Hello, everybody, and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Today, we're going to talk about the Influencer Cup, sponsored by Trade Day. As you see there, it says launches October 1st. And guess what today is? October 1st. So, Influencer Cup, what is it? What are the rules? What are the prizes? How's it going to benefit you? I have all these answers. First, let's talk about a shout out to the company that is sponsoring this, Trade Day. They have really stepped up. You're going to see it here in the prizes and everything they have put together here to put this together for the influencers to have this competition. They are a great company, great prop firm. If you haven't tried them out, you should. Their link will be down in the video description below. If you've tried them out in the past but haven't in a while, you should recheck them out. They've made a lot of great positive changes this year. They've come into my top 10 now. Just overall great firm, and they really put a lot of effort into getting this going. Then we also would need to shout out Trade Cage and Kellyanne. I'm sure most of you know them. They're the ones that helped get this really rolling. This idea, I'm proud to say, was born on the MightyOxTrading Discord. We have an affiliate channel there that most of you don't see, and most of the time, people act mature and get along and work, we bounce off ideas off each other, etc. And this idea started there, started talking about it, and but we needed a host. Kellyanne and Cage reached out to Trade Day. Trade Day just jumped at the idea and put all this, and those two worked with Trade Day to get this all put together. So big shout out to them as well that we got this going. So what is the Influencer Cup? It is a trading competition that going to be using a Trade Day 150K end of day. We started with an eval. We'll go into that in a minute. And then there's prizes for the top 3 as well as for the community. We'll get into that as well. So why don't we get into the rules and we will go from there. I can find my little button. There we go. So the Influencer Cup. I forgot to say, 19 of your favorite influencers. We'll get into that list as well. The rules. We start, like I said, with the 150K end-of-day eval. We have to follow all the normal eval rules. So we're following to follow every rule that you would have to follow if you got a trade day evaluation as well. To the T. Minimum 5 trading days. That means we have to trade all 5 days. Trade day has a no flipping rule to pass. So if you get all your profit goal in 3 days, you still got to trade like you trade normally for those extra 2 days, and then hope you don't lose it. $9,000 profit target with a 30% consistency rule. That means no more than $2,700 in a day, and that's about an average of $1,800 if we want to pass in the minimum of 5 days. You can take longer than 5 days to pass. Just the longer you take to pass the eval, the more you get behind on the funded. Once you're in the sim funded stage. There is no T1 news trading. You got to watch that with Trade Day, and we'll have to watch that as well. And they're allowing 2 eval resets per week. So no more than that. We can't buy more. You get 2 eval resets. It's not instant, so we'll have to wait to the end of the day for that to take effect. So we'll lose a day. And they don't roll over each week. So hopefully we won't need them. Hopefully we can get through this in the 5 days, but they're there if we need them, etc. Once we pass the eval, like I said, hopefully in that 5 days, Advanced 2 will be given a sim-funded account. Now, the first thing about the sim-funded account, we will not get the profit from the account. Whether we make $100 or $100,000, there'll be no profit for us from this account. The only money in this is prize money. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. The goals of the course of the sim funded, make as much money as possible. There's no consistency rule. We still have to watch that T1 news trading, and there's no resets in the funded. If you blow the funded account, you're done. You're out of the competition, finished wherever you decided to, decide to blow. But wherever you blew it out, that's where you're going to finish at. So hopefully no one, ends up blowing up, but we'll see. So now prizes. This is where you need to pay attention because this is where you guys can benefit as well. It's not just us that's benefiting from this. The communities are as well. The first prize is a $5,000 cash prize to the influencer. By the way, I hate the term influencer. We're using it for this because that's what they're calling it. I hate the term though. Anyway, and $5,000 cash to be distributed to the influencers community. The sheet I got says at the influencer's discretion of how it's distributed. What it didn't say is if it needs to be all to one person or if it can be split up. It did say that the recipients would have to be able to receive money via RiseWorks. So if you're, a follower and all that, and you can't for some reason use RiseWorks, then you would not be able to be part of that part of it. But so this is absolutely amazing. As you can see, like I said, Trade Day really went above and beyond here. That is $17,000 in prizes when you add up the influencer and the community prizes. Because second place is $2,500 and $2,500. Third place is $1,000 and $1,000. So that's just amazing. And a way we can, if we're, we can give back to our communities as well for supporting us. Also, throughout the event, I don't think I said that the event runs the entire month of October, so 1st to the 31st. Each week, the influencers will have evals to be able to give away as well. There'll be a default of one, and then the top 1, 2, and 3 each week will be given additional eval to give away to their community however they see fit. So guys will be getting prizes as well. Every affiliate, every influencer, whatever you want to call it, will have at least one eval each week to give away. And then there can be more depending on their placement elsewhere. So again, big reason to follow, big reason to keep track of everything, because you can win. So now that you know the rules and you know the prizes, you probably want to know who is involved, who is going to participate in this. Here's the participants. We have Uncle Bugatti, Kellyanne, Cove Trader, Tim Vesh, aka Vola, Fit Mom Trader, Nutty Bar Trading, the Canadian Futures Trader, Smooth Trader, JMU Trades, Themightyox, Rod Caselli, Trade Cage, Pine Tree Trader, Prolonged Wealth, Methodical Man, FOMO Trader, Trading with Travis, Trading with Jess, and Forex Ike. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know some of those names. I've never heard of some of those people. I don't watch much other trading content, to be honest. So, yeah, there's a few people on there that I don't know, but people in my community seem to know them. So that's a good thing. And, hopefully this is getting other people, people more exposure too. So, win-win all around. So, with this list, I know what you're thinking. I can tell. You're thinking, can he win? And by he, I mean me. But that's not the right way to think. That's a bad mindset. Can I win? No. Why will I win? In those answers, we're going to try to be mature about this. We've already started to see the discourse break down on Twitter. Affiliates attacking affiliates with personal shots and saying why they, telling everyone else why they won't win or why other affiliates won't win, but not really saying why they will win, but just why others won't. Being a more older, dignified, distinguished ox that I am, I'm not going to resort to that. I don't need to resort to giving myself an egotistical, childish title like icon, nor do I have to resort to, trading micros. Now, there's nothing wrong with trading micros. But when you have a 30-year experience in the futures world, as someone does, not me, I'm talking about somebody else, but you still need to sucker people into paying hundreds of dollars for an education trading room just so you can teach them that if they keep trading micros, they're obviously going to need to also find a second income, some sort of, side job or side hustle. So, I won't point that out about anybody. And I won't point out that, we'll probably end up, unfortunately, seeing a Bugatti wrapping itself around a pine tree. And who knows what kind of awkward situation that would bring about. Of course, the pine tree would look good with a MightyOxTrading Christmas ornament with maybe a trophy hanging from it at Christmas time. By the way, MightyOxTrading Christmas ornaments are being designed as we speak, and they will be available later this month on the MightyOxTrading store or wherever good MightyOx information products are sold. Anyway, we have Trade Cage, who never seems to be able to unlock his potential. Prolonged Wealth, whose wealth will be prolonged yet again. And FOMO Trader will be feeling feeling that fear of missing out of the winnings. We don't want to say anything about Kellyanne either, because it might get her angry and she might say something that gets her sued, and her legal fees are already adding up to the point that she probably really needs this win on this competition. Smooth Trader is going to find it rough, and Nutty Bar is going to find out that sometimes you don't feel like a nut at the top of this competition. And then there's people like Forex Ike, who I have absolutely nothing to say about because I've never heard of them. And JMU, it's simple with him. If the trustee in the bankruptcy case of He Who Shall Not Be Named releases a treasure trove of files, or the Apex Day Trader judge releases a redacted files, he will get so focused on that, he'll forget the trade. So, I think winning this thing will be pretty easy based on just looking at the competition. You don't have to put them down. I'm above that. Kidding around. Honestly, I have no issue with anybody else in this competition. It's all fun. It's all just, it's whatever. Can have a little bit of good-natured ribbing, I hope. But why will I win? Why not? I'm in it to win it. I hope you'll follow me. Hope you'll follow my progress. I'll be trading the competition account on stream Monday through Friday, 8 to 11. And we also have a Monday evening stream, 7:30 to 9:30. I'll try to do a regular, if not daily, video of my progress, what trades I've taken, what ones I haven't. And there is going to be a leaderboard. I'll link the leaderboard down in the video description for anybody to follow. I don't think it updates real time. I think it updates once a day, but I'm not sure. I haven't looked to see if anyone's actually moved on that leaderboard. I probably could do that. But seriously, I hope we find that this is fun. Hope we can not take it too seriously, but seriously enough that we go for the win. Give me a minute while I try and see if I can find that leaderboard. And I hope we get to do this again sometime. and that, it goes well for trade day, for our communities, and for us. Because this is, this is different. And I'm not usually a big fan of trading competitions because I think they can distract you. But with the money on the line and, the names in, I think it's going to be a good, absolute, fun thing to do. So, what do you say? Will you follow along with me or with your other favorite influencer, affiliate, or whatever name you want to call them? Who do you think is going to win? Comment in the comments below who you think is going to win and why it's going to be me. No, tell me honestly who you think is going to win. And follow us along, follow me along throughout the month. That's all I got. By the way, if you're still here, I'd appreciate if you would gore that like button for me because I forgot to ask at the beginning of the stream. So gore it. And subscribe if you haven't been subscribed. A lot of new content coming soon. I got lazy. The laziness is going away. We'll be talking about that next video. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.